Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3303. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. Today we take a look at the release date for the beta of patch 2.3, the Commanders. 2 new ruins have been discovered. Frontier are going to be at PAX East, and the Distant Stars expedition make their way home. The long-awaited update to 2.3 for Elite Dangerous, called the Commanders, has finally been given a beta release date. This is going to be week ending the 26th of February, so just under 1 month from now, and we will finally be getting eyes on what that content is going to be. The headline feature, of course, for the update is multi-crew, and it's perhaps the most anticipated update for the entire Horizon season. It will also feature a commander creator, so we will at last be able to create some custom avatars. Frontier have said that they will release further details over the coming weeks on just what update 2.3 will contain. Naturally, as always, Frontier are very secretive about this, but a quick look at the PlayStation announcement trailer, I believe, will provide a number of clues. Frontier are heading to PAX East in Boston from the 9th to the 12th of March, and they will be showing off both Elite Dangerous as well as Planet Coaster. Both games are going to be on the show floor. Now, there'll also be a number of live streams from the show. The first will be on Friday the 10th of March, and Ed Lewis will be joining Sandro Samarco, the lead designer, where they'll be talking about some of the latest content from Elite Dangerous. Obviously, that will be the 2.3 content. It would be great to see the future of Elite beyond 2.3, but if previous experience is anything to go by, Frontier would be very quiet on all of that. However, they will be talking about the PlayStation 4 release. As with their previous trade show visits, Frontier are going to be putting on a Meet the Community. This will be their first US-based one, so if you're in the area and it sounds like something you'd like to attend, then check out the link in the video description below. That will take you to the forum thread, which will give you an explanation of all of this, as well as provide the contact details necessary to obtain some tickets if you so desire. The mystery of the alien ruins has provided a lot of head scratching for the community, as players have been invested in trying to locate the other ruins. Over the weekend, 2 new ruins were actually located. The first of these was discovered by Commander Zorback. Now, unfortunately, this particular ruins turned out to have the exact same layout as the original ruins, right down to the exact same wear and tear and weathering. It's a little unsure at the moment as to whether this is intended or a bit of a bug, and it's caused a bit of a stir amongst many of the people who have spent a lot of time looking for these ruins. The third set of ruins were discovered by Commander Chemistry. Now, this ruin has a completely different layout, very different, as you can see here. The discovery of these ruins now allows players to progress the mission they've obtained from Rumtar. That particular mission has a 100 million credit bonus reward, but unfortunately so far players have only been able to decode 13 pieces of the overall puzzle. The discovery then of these new ruins should allow players to progress further along that mission. And perhaps the most interesting part about these new discoveries is that they should reveal new lore and history on the ancient alien species known as the Guardians. If you're interested in checking out these 2 new ruins for yourself, check out the information in the video description, which will provide both the planetary locations as well as the ruins coordinates. The Elite Dangerous RPG is making good progress on its Kickstarter project. It's moved past its initial goal, but is now working towards achieving some stretch goals. The RPG is a traditional pencil and paper game, much in the vein of Dungeons & Dragons and Cyberpunk 2077. If you're interested in things of that genre, and indeed if you're interested in the Elite Dangerous RPG at all, you may want to ask the team behind the game, Spider-Man Games, a few questions. I'm going to be interviewing Spider-Man Games next week, so if you have any questions you'd like to ask, do leave them in the comments section, and I'll make sure to ask Spider-Man Games during the interview. And in the meantime, if you're interested in taking a look at the Kickstarter, there is a link in the video description. The graphics tool ED Profiler has been updated. Now, this is a tool made by Dr. Kai, and what it does is detect the graphic settings for Elite Dangerous whilst the game is running. And it also provides for the ability to create and apply new profiles before launching the game. So for example, you'd be able to run on a monitor or on a VR device, and you'd be able to change between profiles with a click of a button. One thing the latest update does is allow you to increase the draw distance way beyond what Elite Dangerous allows within the in-game settings. This has proved to be a dramatic boon down on planetary surfaces where people have already spoke about being able to see things far in the distance that they wouldn't normally be able to see until they are much closer. So this is a great tool that you may find useful if you use VR or multiple monitor setups. The Distant Stars expedition has come to an end. After jumping way out to the M67 cluster, a whole bunch of anacondas had to self-destruct to return back to inhabited space. The reason for that is because up until now, the M67 star cluster has been completely unreachable, but now with the advent of neutron star boosts, it is finally accessible. The only problem is that it's basically a one-way trip. Once you've made your way into the M67 cluster, there's no getting back, and the only way to return is to self-destruct. So if you want to see this, there's a great video by Commander Erimus. You can check it out on his YouTube channel. It's probably one of the only times you're going to see some spectacular footage of so many anacondas exploding all at once. So, well done to all the players that went out there to the M67 cluster. It sounded like it was a fantastic expedition. That then brings us to an end of this episode of 3303. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.